Welcome to the Tuesday edition of the Everything Sports Sesh, where we talk about everything sports. You can find us on Instagram at Everything Sports Sesh 24 for all your sports news and your sports highlights. Start with NFL. Did everybody read? NFL. The Atlanta letting Kirk Cousins go, boy. But I wonder who gonna pick him up.
Who that?
Kirk Cousins.
Oh. Somebody pick him up.
The Atlanta let him go. It says release. Yeah, release. Yeah, release basically they cut you off the squad, basically.
Yep.
Release. They be trying to sugarcoat it, like they try to say they fired the quarterback. They say they released the quarterback.
Well.
You should go play backup for Tua.
Tua might get released.
Mm.
They say the Dolphins might even let him go.
Yeah. Coach, because the coach seen an article where the coach said that nothing is off the table, so see, might see a different. I know as a Dolphin fan, I wouldn't mind seeing something different at quarterback after a while. Like, been a couple of seasons we've been trying the same formula, you know?
Yeah.
Can't keep repeating the same mistakes. Like, that's not how you learn, you know? You keep repeating the same mistakes every season, then you're not learning from last season before that, when you fuck up, season before that. Like, how much times you gonna fuck up before we get it back? It's not Miami. It's not like Miami's a new franchise. Been around for years. We have Super Bowls. We have division titles. They need to get it together, man. The legacy don't look good, you know? It's not looking good for the Dolphins, man. The draft coming up in 60 days.
Yep.
Gonna be a good one. 60 days. 60 days. See what team's gonna get the top of the top line players. They're saying there's a possibility Tyreek Hill heads back to the Chiefs.
Yeah, he might.
Chiefs player. Won that first Super Bowl of recent times that they won with them. Shout out to Tyreek Hill, man. He was hell of a player talent-wise. Hell of a player. Hell of a player.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But he's not gonna be the same because that nigga broke his shit, dogs.
Mhm.
Like that shit went through skin broke.
He broke up his foot.
Yeah, man. So he's not gonna be the same.
Bro, hopefully, if he goes back to Kansas, they have a good medical staff because that goes into play with his recovery too.
Yeah.
Because when he was in Miami, he was with around some world renowned doctors, you know?
Shit. Well, he gonna need that shit because that nigga broke his shit.
Tyreek Hill. And then I could see it really happening because Patrick Mahomes redid his contract to where he took less for them to open up a cap space on the team. So we might see that move for real.
Well, Tyreek Hill had to take less money
Mm-hmm.
because I'm not giving somebody all that money who just broke his fucking leg. Not that type of break.
And not only that, with the quarterback taking like a big cut like that, they better get somebody that really gonna play because that nigga was guaranteed that money. He ain't had to renegotiate it.
Nah, but by him doing that, that means Kelsey's coming back.
I ain't see no word on that, but that'll be another indication too.
Yeah.
That'll be another indication. Cause that's crazy. The quarterback giving up half his check, you know what I mean, when he's one of the most important persons on the field. Like, that's crazy.
That's somebody that cares about winning.
Right,
He got his money.
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So now him doing that, this season coming, shit don't get better. If I was him, gone.
Mm-hmm.
I'd have told the team, look, man, restructure my shit, because, you know, even though they switch teams, they still guarantee their money. Like, yo, I want back that money that I took a pay cut for, you know me.
And remember, they might be moving to the Kansas side.
See, yeah, and he gotta move. He gotta move houses and all types of shit. I would have been like, all right, we get all a test run.
It's probably
Shit,
cheaper.
we at least win the division, boy. Refix my contract and I'm out of Kansas. That's crazy. They're going into a larger stadium and everything. They're gonna have one of the newest, nicest stadium because I didn't see replicas, but boy, I'm telling you, boy, as a Green Bay Dolphin fan, man, I'm jealous because our stadiums don't add up to what that stadium gonna look like. What?
Mm-hmm. Well, you know, they got money. Well, it's not really they got money. The city got money. And the city's willing to spend because they've been winning.
Yeah. Yeah, which makes sense. I like that deal with them and the city. They bring in championships and they bring in revenue to the city. It's only right that the city, you know what I mean, reciprocate the same gesture today. You know what I mean?
But see, that's why Missouri wasn't giving them no money because the college was making more money than they was.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to
People,
University of Missouri, man. Missouri.
people wasn't visiting Missouri because of the Chiefs like that.
But the funny thing is, in a lot of those college towns where that has NFL teams, college teams are more popular than their NFL teams.
Yeah, because the NFL team sucks. Like, look at Atlanta. The college team is better than the NFL team.
Mm-hmm. The Bulldogs.
Mm-hmm.
Kid, not too far from home. Look at Dolphins, Hurricanes.
Yep.
Shit, the Hurricanes deserve to be in that stadium, not the Dolphins.
Yeah, nah. It's because of the Dolphins that you had tourism out here because they had the undefeated year.
Yeah.
Plus the Coke money.
That Miami.
Just saying, like, but Miami did kick it off though.
Back in the 80s and early 90s, such as the steroid era, they love coming to Miami to play, boy. They get all the party favors in one place, you heard?
Yeah.
Hmm? Is it hard? Is it harder to tank in the NFL? You think, or is it harder to tank in the NFL than the NBA?
Yeah.
Word.
I think the NBA is harder than the NFL.
Mhm. Because the NFL has less games.
Oh.
NBA have way more games to fuck up.
Oh. Like I never saw with baseball anybody tank. It's either you good or you bad in
Are you
baseball.
trash? Yeah. Because I brought that up because the draft coming up, and then there was an argument in the NBA about them fixing the system to where they can't tank no more. So I was wondering if in NFL they're gonna follow suit with like penalizing teams for like just purposely having a trash season. The Cleveland kid in the building.
NFL plays. If they trash, they trash. But it's hard to say if they tanking or not because usually if they trash, they trash.
But how you doing, bro?
Hi, guys.
What's going on?
We're kicking it off with NFL tonight. Then we're gonna jump into European footy soccer. But yeah, Cleveland kid, what you think about is it harder to tank in the NFL or harder to tank in the NBA?
Oh. Well, basketball. It's easier to tank in basketball. It's harder to tank in football. But, hey, give a quarterback a couple $1 million, he'll throw some interceptions.
Because that reminds me of something you said a couple of episodes ago, where you said that if Cleveland end up getting like the first round pick again, like they don't deserve to get it type shit.
Well, Cleveland needs
Because
a
of
lot of help.
yeah,
I mean, they've got a lot of holes. I'm looking at, if you're putting together a team, you need 2 wide receivers. We don't have 2 wide receivers. We don't have 2 standouts. Got a running back, but man, running back just can't carry a team. You can't be passing 5 and 7 yards every time. You got to open up that field to get that running game going. And, I could still see an improvement on Cleveland's
bucks.
defense. Another middle linebacker and a cornerback. Cleveland needs a whole lot of help. That's all I know.
The only slight change I would make with the NFL draft, I would make it so, like you're saying, some teams that need the heavy help get more picks, more options with picks.
No.
No, you just got to pick right.
Yeah.
That's true.
The only time that happens if it's an expansion team. They get more draft picks, plus they get some players from other teams.
They should give them give more picks, man. Because say for example, you only have 3 picks, but your team trapped. You know what I'm saying?
Better
Well,
Like
luck
your
next year.
options, like you can't really make no good options.
Better luck
but
next year.
exactly, that shit happens. Team trades for a player that thinks he's going to be a superstar and gives up draft picks to try to build around him, and then all of a sudden you're left with no draft picks for a couple years.
Mm-hmm.
But
But it's a building process. You've got okay, now maybe Cleveland has a quarterback. You build around that. You got a defense. Okay, well, defense needs a little bit of help too.
yeah, man, big fuck. That's why the draft is important, man. Important. You fix your team just from the draft.
Well, look at baseball and look at LA Dodgers. Okay, well, we've got a pitcher that can hit, which is incredible.
Yeah. Wasn't too many of them.
And they went out and bought, 2 other all-stars. Well, shit, you just locked up the team.
Yep. We also talked about earlier with the Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes has reduced his contract so he could create cap room on his team.
Yeah, because he knows that he took all the money out of it and nobody's getting paid, so they can't get anybody to play with them.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, greed can't win him a Super Bowl at all.
No, football's a team sport. You need everybody.
Big fucks,
Mm.
big fucks. Because there's a lot of big names out there too that's gonna be in the free agency. So that was a big move. Because their former player, Tyreek Hill, is available and he's in talks with them, but he's a banged up player, so that's a big, big gamble right there.
He needs a
Mhm.
playmaker.
Mm-hmm. That's one thing I can say about him. Yes, he's going in there injury prone, but that's a core team that knows him and could accommodate a system for him because he won a Super Bowl with them.
Yeah, but that don't mean shit. That nigga broke his leg, dog.
He'll bounce back.
Nah, he's not gonna be that same player.
You never know.
He is not.
I
That
think
went through skin
his
and
nickname
muscle.
gonna change though, because you know his nickname the cheetah. He's not gonna be a cheetah though. He gonna be
I broke,
fast no more. That part
I
of his
broke,
game I know gonna drop for real.
I broke my femur and they had to put a rod down that sucker. That made a difference. But it also let me know that, hey, I'm never going to break that leg again. So I'm kind of like Superman.
Hmm.
He'd have to be dedicated to the recovery for him to make a good comeback.
Well, if you're getting paid $100 million, $50 million a year, you should be spending $2-3 million on your recovery year.
Big fuck. Big fuck. Big fuck.
And that, that's the way sports has gotten today. 30 years ago, guy breaks his leg. Yeah, he could be done. Joe Theismann. That was a brutal hit.
I'm not saying he's done, but he's not gonna be that speeder.
But today's athletes, they should be able to take that impact.
Should, but they don't.
Hopefully it's not a retirement injury, you know.
No, it's not a retirement injury, but he's not gonna be that same motherfucker from back then.
Well, no, he's older. Everybody gets older.
Plus that injury.
But if you train hard enough, you can be just as good. Tell you how you have to take care of your body. And that's the way the athlete should look at it. I get a $50 million paycheck. Well, I'm going to spend $5 million a year on my body.
He only 31, so it'll come back even if his form drops. He has some time left in the NFL.
I'm not saying his career is done. Again, I'm not saying that.
Yeah.
I'm just saying you make it sound like he's gonna be right back where they left off type shit. That's not happening. They gotta find a whole new system for that nigga. Because he is not gonna be the same.
Well,
He can't. He could be.
they say on any given Sunday, so
He could be. He could be. Could drop and play. Drop him into the playbook and
on
let him
any
go.
given Sunday, we'll see. NFL preseason starts.
I had a rough practice on Friday. Saturday I took it easy, but Sunday I ate a whole bunch of pain medication. I could go out and play.
Huh.
I smoked a joint.
Yeah,
Go.
week 1 of NFL preseason begins the 7th of August.
Yeah.
By then, we'll see who gets their new quarterback. Make all the moves. Make all the moves.
September
Hopefully,
comes
Kirk
around.
Cousins
You
get picked up,
start
or he
bulking
might
up.
retire.
Yeah, Cousins been around for a while.
Yeah.
Some quarterbacks lasting 15, 20 years now.
Less hits, man. They getting protected. They getting the calls.
Well, somebody would pick him up for a number 2. Trust me.
Mm-hmm. Or number 2, you'll be surprised if he goes somewhere where it's probably a rookie situation and he starts.
Nah.
He don't start.
Nah.
He's 37.
Yeah, nah.
Uh,
He's 37, so he's been in the league, 14 years?
yeah. So, since 2011. Yeah, about 14. Is it this be like his 15th year?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's a vet on any regular job, man.
I
Well,
mean,
the thing of it is football is so fast. You need somebody with experience.
True.
I kind of dropped out from watching football because I was watching the other football in Thailand. So, I go back to watching American football, and
Yeah, when
it's
you get
like
over here.
the speed of the game is a little bit more faster than it was 8 years ago.
yeah.
True.
Everybody is like a Hulk.
Just like
Mm.
earlier we talking about Tyreek Hill. Tyreek Hill was a cheetah. Like that's why they nicknamed him the cheetah, because he's fast. Like the game changed with the speed for real.
Yeah.
You got fast, even tight ends are fast. Corners.
Well, it's just not. It's not just the speed of them players. It's how the game is going. You got more throwing than running.
But
Yeah.
You got a lot more 3-and-outs than ever before.
You got a lot more couple yard passes too.
Yeah.
The whole idea is to get a first down every time you throw that ball.
especially if you have a good receiver.
Well, that's why you need two good receivers, a tight end, and a running back.
Yeah.
If you miss on a wide receiver and you only got one, you got a good tight end, well,
Problem.
yeah, everybody can shift to, protecting that. It allows people to shift on the field.
But so we're gonna jump into the other footy. Other
Yeah.
football slash soccer they call it in the Western or the new
Football.
football. I understand how they get it a sock to a football. Because soccer don't have nothing to do with like the word soccer. Like every time I try to imagine like from their point of view where would they be coming from with it, you know?
Well, it's the old term.
But the foot make more sense because they kick it in the ball. So,
Yeah, but first they was calling it soccer.
I call it soccer. I don't give a shit.
Then it went into football, I believe.
because even before that, when it was formulated from like the the Aztec times and like it was when the hand was into play and they throw it through the rings and stuff like that, you know.
Here's my
It was
question.
nowhere near
When
that
would-
name either. So just like I always question it.
My question would be, what was the year? Yo, Siri, what year did fucking the
They changed
NFL
it, right?
change from rugby to football? And then when was the term first coined soccer? And how was it used? Because soccer is like socket, sockum. That's the definition of hitting something. Socket, sockum. You know what I mean? So to hit a ball is what they were doing. They were kicking, hitting. But how do they link soccer with football? I don't know. But that's something to look into, you know?
It's the 18.
When did professional soccer start?
I was actually about to start Googling that shit right now. Like,
depends-
let me
it
go look it
depends
up.
on
Instead
the
of
league.
asking, let me go look instead of just posing a question.
Because I'm looking at football as being like 1860s, 1870s.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at baseball being, 1850s,
Was it good? Got
1860s.
49ers man in the building.
What up?
See, to my knowledge, the way I look at it, I go with football being soccer, going all the way back to the Mayan and Chinese days when they used to kick around heads and they used to call it football. You get it? Like, so from its original term, you know? So when did it become soccer? That's what I'm gonna go
So-
look that up.
One of the oldest leagues.
I believe soccer was like a European name that was created. Actually, it's American to defer football from football.
Yeah, because every region call it football, you know?
I think the Americans created soccer.
So one of the first recorded leagues started in 1863. And that's the one of the most famous ones too, the English Premier League. Shout out to the EPL.
Yeah, I think soccer is one of the oldest sports. Absolutely.
And then
Just so I can put it into a little bit of context before I continue looking, I want y'all to see the thumbnail photograph to this image video I'm about to watch. The history of football. Oh shit. The history. Oh yeah, I forgot it's in mirror mode. But it says the history of football, and it doesn't show the pigskin football that we know. It shows a soccer ball that they call it, but it's a football. You know. So I'm gonna go watch this, see how far back, and then keep going back and keep going back, and then
and
figure
then
out
the
when the name.
NFL itself.
FIFA was formed in 1904.
But that's the governing body was formed in 1904. But prior to that, in 1863, that's when the Brits started one of their first leagues.
Yeah.
Because
Standardized.
just like how
Yeah.
you know how the
Standard.
NFL was split apart, like when it first started, you know what I'm saying? It before it became what we know today as the NFL that started in 1922.
Well, yeah, you had the All-American Football League also in there too. That's where the Cleveland
Right.
Browns came out of. They were actually the Cleveland Rams. Then the Rams moved to Los Angeles. And then Cleveland became the Browns in 1946.
See, I didn't even click on the video, but look, the first thing they show and the first thing that they automatically say is what I remember. It coming from China. Boom. You know what I mean? But I'm just saying, like, this is what I remember searching it long ago. China and Maya used to kick heads. Like, before the ball, to kick, like, I was like, damn, they gangster.
So this American football was invented in the late 19th century. The first intercollegiate game was played in 1869. So Mr. 49ers, man, how your season went, man? Give us
Oh
a
man.
rundown.
Well, considering the injuries and everything, it was a pretty successful season. We made it to the semifinals. We did beat Philadelphia, but then we got toasted by the Seahawks.
Shout out to the Super Bowl champs, the Seahawks.
Yeah, no, the Seahawks were definitely the best team, this year. Considering a lot of the elite company kind of stepped off the stage, I was hoping that they would play a Josh Allen or a Patrick Mahomes or a Lamar Jackson. Instead, they got a rookie quarterback with no experience, a head coach that really did a great job. I think Vrabel's a good coach, but it's just, I guess it was kind of fair from the coaching perspective because both coaches, I think it was their first Super Bowl. It's just crazy that the Seattle coach has only been coaching for 2 years.
It was defense.
Kubiak was probably a big reason why Seattle won, and he's going to be the coach of the Raiders next year.
Hmm.
Yeah, you guys had an up and down season, up and down to where all the injuries. I'm surprised you guys get to the semifinal, but big shout out Christian McCaffrey.
Yeah, comeback player of the year, Christian McCaffrey. He was great, man. Can't take nothing away from that guy. That guy balls out. He's always wanting to play. He's a great player for us. It just sucks that Fred Warner got hurt when he got hurt, and then obviously we lost Nick Bosa. So it's a different team. It's a new look, a little bit with a lot of veteran players that were out, and then we lost Kittle at the end there. So sometimes you got to roll with the punches, and considering the punches, we were able to stay in the fight for a long time.
Yeah. Quick question though, you think it's harder to tank in the NFL or harder to tank in the NBA?
I think it's easier to tank in the NFL because you only have 16 games, 17 weeks, or whatever, 17 games now. I think it's harder to tank in the NBA because you play 2 to 3 times a week. You can't just tank the whole time. I think that the hardest sports to tank in has got to be baseball, and then hockey and basketball. I think football is the easiest one to tank in. You get 16 games, it's over with, and you get a draft pick. That would be
I
my
don't know.
take.
I'm from Cleveland, and I watched Cleveland Indians tank quite a few years in the 70s and 80s.
Yeah, no,
It
I
felt
mean
like we were the
they made a
farm
whole
team for
movie.
everybody.
They made a whole movie about it. I mean, of course, you could tank in any sport, but through the duration of a season, you look at baseball is probably the hardest one because if you're a competitive athlete and you got some guy next to you that's tanking, you either want out of that franchise or you're gonna talk some shit. I mean, either way, you're not gonna want to be a part of that if you're a professional athlete that wants to win. I don't think you want to be involved in tanking.
Because the NBA even trying to put a stop to it on their end with the tanking in the NBA.
Look, I tell you what though, the NBA tanks the most.
It probably seems like it. I think hockey is the same way, but I think ultimately, it's so much easier, like I said, to tank in football. You only have 17 weeks. "17 games, you could tank. You could say you're injured. You could say all kinds of shit. Look at what Ayuk did. Ayuk's not injured anymore, and he chose not to play. I think that was really some, chicken stuff to do. You kind
He
of
chose not to play, or the 49ers said not to play, because that'd be tanking if they told him not to play.
No, I mean, we didn't tank though. We made it to the semifinals in the playoffs.
Oh
Uh,
yeah, that he pulled a selfish move. That's right, yeah, I
I,
did. Y'all
I,
lost to the Seahawks.
I truly believe that we could have actually used him to maybe win a couple more games if we could have. But he decided to pull a diva move, and he's not even that great of an athlete. I
What was
honestly
his
don't. I
What
don't
type of
think that
injury do you have?
he injured his PCL and ACL,
Okay.
but it was over a year. It was over close to a year and a half. Most of these guys, they're already back to training and back on the field. I truly believe he was just bullshitting everybody. He didn't want to play for the Niners. He made it very apparent. His contract got voided. As soon as they knew and heard of him doing certain physical activities, but not reporting to camp every week.
Damn.
So why they didn't just cut him?
We still have the rights to Brandon Ayuk, and we could possibly work out a trade scenario with him. But ultimately, yeah, he's taking his last snap as a 49er for sure.
No, it's not.
He ain't cover playing on the Niners ever again.
He wilding, man. So he would have won a Super Bowl on the bench.
He could have.
Diva players, man. You see, the team played well without him. Like, see. Just for sure, he would have just been the icing on the cake. You know what I mean?
Well, that's what I'm
Like it's a
saying.
team sport. You know?
I didn't think that we should have gave him the extension that we gave him. We should have traded him then. I would have loved for them to trade him to the Browns for Amari Cooper, but then Amari Cooper decided to retire because the Browns didn't trade him. So, that could have worked out for both teams. I feel like we would have got an excellent route runner and wide receiver in Amari Cooper. The guy's solid. He still has a lot of years ahead of him, but for some reason, the Browns decided to keep him. He didn't want to be on the Browns, so he retired.
Cleveland kid, what happened there with your team?
Don't ask me.
Keep Amari Cooper. Oh, man. They should have gave him everything in somewhere.
Well, the Browns had him. They screwed up.
Because with the team the Browns have right now, like Amari Cooper was still there.
Yeah, we need a wide receiver.
I totally agree, man. Totally agree. Right now,
So now we're going to jump into Soccer Thatch with the fully. So Rastanan looked up a fact. He dropped it in the chat. It says FIFA started 1904. First World Cup was 1930. Shout out to the FIFA World Cup. It's coming up this summer. Hosted by the United States, Canada, and Mexico. Speaking of the Mexican leg of the World Cup game, so
yeah, I was about to say, with things going on in Mexico, what's going to happen with the World Cups game? I wouldn't feel safe traveling to Mexico right now.
So the president came out and said the matches will go on and everything will be okay. The matches should go on as planned. Because the summer is a couple months away, so.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't want to send my athletes to a country that's unstable.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to go there either. You're not killing me.
You're having revolutions in the street and shit. That's what going after cartels is kind of like.
And it's kind of right because it's not even worth it. Yeah, you doing it for your country, but they don't even get paid as much. So it don't even worth your life. Go risk your life and you might not win it.
Well, it's not about that. It's about, what about the fans?
Oh, yeah, they fuck. All I'm going to say is You go to Mexico, stay in the tourist parts. Don't go venture out because you bilingual, you know a little Spanish. You think you're gonna know. You go to the World Cup games, stay in those areas.
Yeah, be careful out there.
You know, I know soccer in Europe is rough, but come on.
Yeah, the fans are not getting. You're right. They're not at risk. You know, it's not in the middle of a cartel war.
They're killing people in some places.
Yeah. You know, in Europe, you just have a bunch of drunk hooligans.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
You don't
me and
have
Bigger
people
know
with
we watch a
automatic
lot of Premier
weapons.
League.
Yeah, but I wasn't gonna go to Mexico anyway to watch no fucking footy. I sure wasn't. Especially during the
No,
summertime. Hell no.
you got to
It's just
keep it
crazy.
safe. And I don't think no player is going to go there that's making $50, $100 million a year. He's just a target.
The first opening game is there too, which is crazy. Uh, so they have until July.
Hopefully, all that simmers down some then.
If not, I know how FIFA is. They switch. I didn't see games switch within 24 hours. So I know if it doesn't calm down, we'll probably see all those matches move to Canada and America fully.
Have it in San Diego.
Yeah, which we was saying the other day that doing it should have been in one country anyways.
It should have.
But it's the World Cup and it's 2025 and everybody can fly clear around the world.
That's
They
true.
want that. They want that money all the way around.
Well, is it the money or giving the fans the opportunity to see games?
It's the money because them tickets is not for the fans.
And
Them-
a $3,000 ticket and a $500 parking. Madness.
Yeah. And God forbid the team you rooting for is in Canada. You're gonna have to spend air, flight, and hotel.
Buy a visa.
Shit. I'm not even sure if I could go to Canada.
But that's
Well,
why it's every 4 years. So that would be the argument. They'd be like, if you're a real footy fan, you get 4 years to save.
Well, you don't need to get a visa to go to Mexico. You don't need to pay for one. You don't need to pay for one to get in Canada. Most of the countries are, visa free.
Well, I'm still not sure they let me in.
Canada's got a problem letting me in.
Speaking of North American soccer, so Messi and the Inter Miami team, the reigning Major League Soccer champions, they lost their opening game.
Yeah, because they suck. I don't know how a team that sucks gets so much coverage.
And then Messi thought that he was still in Europe trying to argue with the referees, following them into the locker room. If it was any other footy
That's a
player,
disgrace.
we wouldn't hear the end of it, you know.
That's a disgrace.
Mm-hmm. But you know, Messi, they go. He can't do no wrong because the league didn't find him or nothing.
If that was basketball, the niggas got suspended and fined.
Yeah, you can't touch the referee.
If I was a ref, I'd give him one slap. Done him. Give a fuck who you are.
The league should do something.
I agree, leave the referees out of it, but if you could tell the referee is being paid to call, I would, as a player, smack that nigga too. Fine me, I don't give a fuck. Bench me, I don't give a fuck. That nigga getting smacked.
We have a real life referee up here with us. What you think about players antagonizing referees, especially big name players like Messi, and getting away with it? I can't hear you, bro.
Well, I don't. Me personally, I don't think that the greatness of the player determines their grace on what the call should be or shouldn't be. Every player should be treated equally, regardless of greatness. As far as them, pitching or taking a stance against the referee, I think that the ideology of being a professional is it correlates to every phase of life. So whether you're an athlete, whether you're just a worker, a doctor, a technician, whatever you are, whatever you do in life, I think that that's like a character issue, So yeah, at times we kind of go out of character, but yeah, you can't get every call. You can't always be hounding a referee because of what you think. They call the game, in a fair fashion, I would hope. And that being said, all players should even treat the referee fairly.
Yeah, the fact that the referee walking off the field and Messi pulling, I'm like, yo, like, hold on,
Yeah,
hold on.
I would fucked him up.
Like,
Don't put
Messi
your hands
thinking
on
this,
me.
bro. Like, what?
I would have lost my job. Don't put your hands
Bro,
on me.
even when Jordan was the face of the league, Jordan had respect in basketball for the refs, bro.
Nah, he got a couple of us face.
Yeah, but he ain't gonna be doing
Nah,
get physical.
He never touched them.
Yeah, you the face of the league, man. Like, I understand how they put that on Messi to be Mr. Major League Soccer. Like, I hope they see right now. You never see Ronaldo have his moments, but you never see him assault a referee. No.
Tell you the truth.
I can see and respect that. Like, I prefer to see them get mad, vex, and yell than actually get physical. But again, if you could blatantly tell that referee is being paid off, I don't know, B. I'll take that L. I'll take that fine. I'll put my hands on him to teach you that lesson, spread that message. Ain't nobody gonna just be coming calling shots like that. Hell no.
Well, this is the thing, you as a player, as a referee, as a coach, as the league, and officiating combined, everybody has to stay in their lane. Like if you're a player and you don't like a call and you go get violent with the referee, you're probably days are numbered being in the league, regardless if the referee was right or wrong. Like I said, you can't go. You got to treat it like a professional workplace. You tell me where you could go up to one of your managers and just sock him in the neck or something like
exactly. This is exactly when I'm speaking. I'm thinking exactly that. Be professional. Have respect. Respect is given. Respect due. But let's take it out of the sports and take it into the regular workman field. If the owner manager is playing me on my check or playing me on my hours or playing me and playing with my money, I'm gonna bust that manager's ass too.
Yeah, but
Like,
there's a way to go about it, right? So, like in their instance, you obviously deal with the league. You put your piece in with the league,
Grievance.
right? Yeah, your grievance, and then and even with your job, you file a grievance with the HR department, uh, and that's how you go about it from a professional standpoint. Because let's be honest,
Exactly.
not everybody's going to agree on everything all the time, and from a sports standpoint, when there's a lot of money being generated in legal gambling, um, yeah, it's going to be kind of one of those things where you could kind of determine if a referee is cheating the books, but in the same token, there's also, like you said, employers in real life that are cheating the books too. So it's a give and take thing. I think in the world, you take a little bit of the bad with the good, and hope for the best. And it goes and it shows that it's also in every avenue of life, including sports.
Yeah, don't become like Spreewell and Barkley.
Hey, is it cool for me to smoke on here, or is it not good?
Yeah, man, it just
Go ahead,
promotes
man.
this sports show.
Oh, okay, all right. We can smoke, right?
Yeah, we chilling, dog.
All right. I don't want to, you know what I mean? Like
No.
violate
I just-
anything.
Look, I just finished one. I'm outside smoking a cigarette now, so you good.
Yeah, already. Okay, roll another one.
at least he's respectful enough to ask, right?
Yeah,
Man.
Correct.
I don't want to
that's
just
manners, man.
Yeah,
Them have manners, you know.
I just
Lighting
got
up
off
at somebody
I got
else's
off the
house.
wall.
Not
Like, what
like
you
Messi.
doing?
Messi don't have no manners, you know.
Oh,
Think
fuck
because
me that out.
he
Yeah.
the GOAT, they want to compare him to Pele and everything. Like, so you think because he got the name, he could do whatever. Well, I tell you, man, that ref should
Yeah.
have.
I go old school on his ass, talking about one blood clot lick, yo.
Yeah.
You're not touching me, dog. Especially after I've been on my feet with y'all, running up and down the field with y'all. You're not touching me, dogs.
Yeah, no, I mean, respect has to be given, in any facet. Like, especially if you're a premier player in any sport, right? Things are gonna happen. You've seen Tom Brady run up to a referee and say, "Hey, what the fuck was that?" Or "I didn't get the holding call," or they're roughing the passer or whatnot.
Yeah, that's cool.
There's a lot to be said. Like a perfect example is Draymond Green. Okay, that motherfucker. He goes up to every referee when there's a bad call, and he will give him more than just 2 cents, man. Like he's in the grill, bro. Like,
But he don't touch them though.
yeah, he gets real close though. He's like, man, he makes sure you smelling his breath, boy.
Hey, I would have lost my job because yo, I'm a man. Don't come in the man face, yo.
Yeah, you'd be like, hey, Draymond, man, go brush your teeth before you talk to me, man. Hold up, let me see if I got a Tic Tac for you, yo. Like, shut your ass up for a second.
We both men out here. My ding dong don't need to touch your sweaty ding dong. Move back.
Yeah, Draymond.
I lost my job off of that.
Hold on. Okay.
So while we still on footy, FIFA wants a 1 minute injury rule. So that means when the players get like a knock and they put them on the sideline for treatment, they need to stay out for at least a minute because the previous timing was 30 seconds.
Yeah, that's way too little. Even a minute's not enough. I don't think so. I mean, to get a proper observance of medical, like, stance on something, it takes usually more than a minute, even.
Yeah, them owners over there don't give a fuck.
And then you look at NFL is a perfect NFL and the NBA actually, and even the NHL. They've adopted the concussion protocol, and now it's applied to every injury. You see them going under the blue tent, and they get analyzed, and they don't come out for several plays. So I think they're going about it injury standpoint the right way, but I still think that sports has gone down the soft road, man. A lot of people are real soft.
Oh, they're soft as hell.
Sports are not the same as it used to be, and that's why you got people that complain and argue with referees because they're soft.
Tissue.
Big,
People that
big
argue with the
facts,
referee.
but
Yeah, I
Go
think
ahead.
You ever
even
see
from the
Michael
street.
Jordan? You ever see Michael Jordan really argue with the ref for a call? You ever see Kobe Bryant really argue with the ref for a call? Tim Duncan, like these guys don't
Rare.
argue. You know, you ever see Shaq? It's really rare. I'm sure they have their time, just like
Yeah.
Tom Brady. You know, just like Steve Young, like
but
Joe Montana. All the greats, they have their moments, but
you
it's not
know,
every time.
I was gonna say, you know why they're implementing all these rules into footy now, the water breaks and all of that, because they're preparing them for the American
Yankees.
system. Just like how the Cleveland kid, he been in Thailand, he watched Thai League, like they don't take breaks. Only the American side, like we watch Premier League, like so in MLS they have water breaks. And they have these long injury times. So it's like they want to translate it over so when they come for the World Cup, they kind of accommodate that foolishness. Because like you're saying, it's making them soft. Because footy's a fast, non-stop sport. Like
Yeah, them niggas stay in shape for that. That's what I say. Yo, the Europeans, everybody on the east side of this world.
Yeah, I don't
They
see.
don't,
I don't. Go ahead.
they don't just play footy and on vacation. They take martial arts, ballet. You know what I'm saying? They keep their shit in shape. These niggas out here after the season, they party for like a month. Then want to try to work with their trainer. Don't touch me. Practice. I mean, 4-hour water breaks.
Well, gotta stay hydrated, my friends.
You know what I'm saying?
But you know, when it comes to the World Cup and where it's going to be played, I think that they should just go ahead and start playing. Play to the United States or find somewhere in South America. Keep it out here, either in North America or South America. And you know, sorry Mexico, what you're going through, but we need the world to be able to perform under, you know, good conditions, not adverse conditions where shit like that's going on.
Gee, shit. Because they wilding out there.
I don't think any athlete, really wants to go over there for that. And you can't blame them. And you can't blame the World Cup if they decide for a different place to do it. I'm sure they're already even talking about it.
and this the World Cup, we see two of the last greats to really touch the ball. You know, like
Yeah,
two of the what we see of our time, Ronaldo and Messi. So it's like
But the
it needs
thing
to
is,
be, an unprovoked World Cup.
but the thing is, they could have played here. You know how many stadiums we have? We could have accommodated it all. Like, if you shut down Mexico, just move the group to the Midwest or some shit.
All we got to do is move it to the United States or South America.
Yeah, I don't think they should go any farther south because they bugging south.
Go to Asia.
No, let's keep it out here. Go to Canada.
You know what I'm saying?
Go to Canada.
Asia or Cali, like play the final in Asia. So
They're not doing that because it's all about the U.S. The Americas. Nah, I think they should just have it here. I wouldn't mind if it's here that I could think about going to at least a game. But I
But they
think
already having a few matches in California, few in Vegas, those markets. So you're right. It'd
yeah,
be easy for them to move the groups over.
Vegas is hosting.
And most NFL stadiums gonna be closed. So if any emergency, they just call them, man.
Yeah, but I think
Get your
they
free
might have a
sports
game out here
reading.
too. They might have a game out here too.
In Orlando Stadium.
Orlando or Miami. Or both.
Yeah, because Messi opening that new stadium in April in Fort Lauderdale.
Yeah. I know a couple games is out here for sure. I know that. I just don't know who's playing, what group is playing out here.
The 2026 World Cup.
Because what they got them doing is going from
They need to cut the time, man. I don't want it every 4 years, man. Give it every 2 years.
nah. them niggas need breaks.
Every 2 years.
Them niggas need breaks. They like fuck you. Every 4 years is good.
Because they age, some of the stars age too quick in 4 years. They can't go for a second World Cup. There haven't been nobody that been to like, it's Ronaldo and Messi, and it's because they've been going since they were young. Why they got so much World Cups appearances under their belt. Like there's nobody else after them that's been consistent to go. So it's like,
Yeah, that's why they the greats, man. Or considered the greats.
you gotta maintain your form for another 4 years to make the team. Yo, that's yo.
But see, I don't give Messi credit because he came here to play.
Bumbo.
I give you no credit for that.
What do you think in the Hamburger League?
He fucked up his legacy coming here. I'm sorry.
I would say he expanded the game a little bit, but you're right. Like it's a slower pace footy.
Yeah, it's nah.
This is what you play when you're ready to, get your AARP card.
Once America gets involved in something, they like to try to put all these regulations on these. Like you take the fun out of the sport. I like.
Yeah. Cause I'm like, you think back in the day, Pele and them playing for 90 plus minutes plus extra time, they would have loved a water break.
Well, love the water break.
Me personally, I think that they should let athletes use performance enhancing drugs if they want to.
Mm.
Especially after recovery, surgery, things like that. They deserve that. It helps the recovery.
Look, I think they should let them smoke.
I don't think that.
Fuck the weed test.
Barry Bonds deserves to be in the Hall of Fame, man.
Facts.
These guys deserve to be in the Hall of Fame.
Facts.
Look. I would not stop no baseball play. Well, like
Bat speed is bat speed.
Pete Rose deserved what he got, but like baseball is a sport. Look, there was a whole era of steroids. Like, why stop those niggas from getting? They
I
made that
watched,
game
but
fun.
wait a second. I watched Barry Bonds. Barry Bonds was bat speed.
Oh
He
yeah,
learned the park. He learned that he can turn on a ball really quick and pop it out.
yeah.
Yeah, you can't teach that, dog. They need to stop playing with that man.
Oh, that's what I'm saying. But he played in the era of it, so it shouldn't matter.
Fuck the era. They've been using steroids since the beginning of fucking sports.
Yeah,
Well,
and
we talked
cocaine and all that
we
shit.
talked about this couple of
But
episodes ago that if some players need the steroids, they should allow because some players fall short than some players.
Look,
well, look at
football.
Ricky Henderson. Ricky Henderson stole a lot of bases, was really skinny early in his career, and then all of a sudden becomes a power hitter because he bulked up. And he learned that the bat speed is what it is.
Yep.
Not necessarily the
It
pop.
doesn't matter how big you are or what you do, it's all in bat speed.
I think some of them was just trying to get high because look how much games, 100+ games he got playing in baseball.
It,
You could
it's
make
that.
you could make the
It's
excuse in every sport. At the end of the day, it's the recovery. These athletes go at baseball, a lot of standing around, but then there's the moments of play that impact your, how you are, your performance. So the recovery time in a 162 game season, and then you got basketball's 86, but then you got football, which is fucking 17 weeks of the fucking most brutal pain you could go through as an athlete.
yeah.
Which
I
I
think
still
football.
think we should be getting a 20-game football season, a
I
NFL
think
season. But
I think football players should be on that shit.
yeah, for both footies.
It might toughen them motherfuckers up. They act like little bitches out here. I need to see some good ass
While we
hits.
on MLB a little bit, I didn't see an article where Aaron Judge, shout out to Aaron Judge, man. He turned down 415 mil from the Padres to stay with the Yankees. So the Padres was trying to match the deal, and he said
Buy them
no.
out.
That's
Giants,
loyalty. Right?
And see,
the Giants,
I give him respect for that.
the Giants tried to offer him a crazy deal like that as well, and he was stuck with the Yankees.
Yeah, I give him credit for that.
Yeah, not too much.
Jose
Some players will
Ramirez.
grab that and say, "Wow."
He's not like the other trader that ran to the Mets and didn't do shit.
Juan Soto.
Bum ass nigga.
All right, well, here's my
Ramirez.
question for y'all. Remember,
Ramirez
a lot
hit
of the
in Cleveland.
conversations that y'all bring up, y'all speak about sports as a business. So you as a player, businessman, what are y'all doing? Are y'all favoring teams or you favoring the deal? That's my question. Are you going to be loyal to the team or are you going to be loyal to the check?
I'm
You
loyal
want to win
to
a
him.
champ?
That's what I was about to say. The best look, the Yankees is the best bet of making the playoffs and trying to get all the way there. Just like the Dodgers.
Well, to me, that's based, what you're saying right there is based on player goal. Are they trying to get paid more or are they trying to get a ring? If you're trying to get a ring, then stay on the winning team that is known for winning the most rings. That will be the smarter thing. But again,
Yeah,
I'm asking business-wise.
but
Getting paid the
business
same.
wise, that's the best. Because
Well, yeah, for
if you
him
want
to
to win
stay
a
on the
team,
same team, yeah, instead of trading off for the same amount. Now, if they're paying him more, does that make a difference? Are you going to stay on the possible winning team, or are you going to take that check?
I'm staying on the on the team that wins.
Because it has more potential, right?
Yeah, because I can make that money off of sponsors alone.
But
Them big markets, that's the fact.
Well,
That's the beauty. That's the beauty of these big markets. We don't have
I
to
think
give you
it
all that
comes
money
down
because
to
once you come to
No.
us, we can guarantee you
Originally, my
sponsors.
When-
original
when-
question was the same, but based off of this. Not a Yankee player, knowing the rosters of the Yankees. You got another player on another team, they're being offered the same amount or more to trade teams. Again, back to the business part. Are you gonna be loyal to the team that you're on and with and rocked with? Or are you gonna follow that check business
Well,
wise?
see that changes the whole scheme because now it depends on the team and the market. I stay if it's a small market if they contenders. I walk to a bigger market if they contenders because more if you're a contender you make more money because there's more sponsors. It don't even have to be the Yankees. It could be the Dodgers.
Then that
If I'm-
becomes individualism. It's not a team thing. You know,
It's not.
you've got Ramirez here in Ohio that is giving up millions and millions of dollars to play with the Guardians. You have
Yeah.
to understand that Ramirez is an MVP caliber player.
That market is beautiful for him. He loves it.
And they treat him right. So it's building a legacy, or you building a bank account. You're
And that's
taking it
another thing.
from a team sport to an individual.
Yeah, but that's his question. Is like, what would you do? Me, if I feel good, I'm staying. But if it's not right, I'm going to a contender. And if I could get to a big market in a contender, even a small market, because if you're a contender, you get far, you bring in revenue, you bring in new sponsors. That's the business. But
and then
almost everybody in baseball wants to play for certain big market teams.
yeah, and then in baseball they hitting them with the numbers from early nowadays.
Yeah, there's levels to it. That's why.
That
That's
was
why. Look,
I didn't want to
baseball
get that
pays the
deep
most.
into it, but I'm like, what if you, as the player, you
Because-
finally got into your dream team? It doesn't matter the team, but you finally got where you wanted to be in your life. You completely happy, content, like you're living your
It's-
dream.
Yeah, I'm staying. Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
staying.
and one of the reasons why I said they starting early because an 11-year-old, for example, from Venezuela, we all know how Venezuela the conditions are right now. So the Phillies just signed him. For example, in his situation, it wouldn't be just about, the favorable team and the money. It'd be like getting them out of a certain situation.
Yeah, but
I think 12 years old is too young.
That's true. They see the potential in him. That's an early investment.
Yeah, you don't see potential until you're 14, 16.
Mm, I
That's
I
when the
don't think
diamonds
so.
shine.
Well, it's rare.
There's
There've
in
been
baseball. That's when
prodigies
the
where
diamonds shine.
there's been prodigies where that you could see from like Pop Warner age, like 10, 9. So it depends on the sport.
baseball it's about 16.
16.
Depends if you like girls or not. Come on.
I swear to God, I was thinking of that. I'm like, if a 12, 11, 13-year-old have an age range between there, right? Before you meet your like max puberty, and before you really start going, because most men start around 15 to 18, depending. Some start younger, but that's rare. So we're looking at it like that. That kid ain't busting on us, so he's all stamina, all energy until he gets some fame, gets some girls, and then gets lazy. You know what I'm saying? Starts to party and bullshit life, starts to rock star life because he's being showcased. How focused is that kid going to be when he's 15, 16, 17?
That's true because at this age 11, 12, what the scouts are seeing, you know what I'm saying? They're seeing that power, like he's saying, like he's probably not doing that, so he got all that built up stamina. They probably throw in a 94 miles per hour ball. They probably hitting 20, 40 home runs. You know what I'm saying? He probably stamina up, so they probably see something inside them from that age. Which
They're
is a
looking for the
risky
next
move
super
too,
soldier.
because what if he gets injured? What if he hit certain age and like, man, I want to play baseball. You know, I want to go be a surgeon. You know what I'm saying? Or something different. I want to go be a mechanic. I want to go,
He
something
wants to be
way
a
different
gal.
than his original.
He wants to identify as a furry.
Kid, I played pony league against kids that threw 85, 90 miles an hour.
What you say that?
I played pony league back in the 80s with kids that threw 85, 90 miles an hour. And these kids were 14, 15 years old.
It takes dedication, man. Dedication.
See, like a sport, I see a lot of potential. Not a sport, but league of martial arts, boxing stuff. The little kids, they go hard, like on some professional level shit. Like you putting the beats on these kids.
Big facts. Speaking of longevity, so LeBron, the only player left from his draft class from 2003.
Fuck LeBron. Oh shit.
Speaking of NBA, it's the now drawing Kareem Abdul-Jabbar tonight. Another guy that LeBron trying to break all his records, but we'll see as time go by.
Fuck. This nigga been in the league long enough. He better be breaking records. Some form of records. Took him this damn long.
Yeah, since 2003, the man been out since like flip phones and Nokia 3310s and
Shit.
like he should really go be a coach or something. Like understand like he don't feel in the body wise like he should be retired. Give it up, give it up. Today was also the day in history when Kareem Abdul-Jabbar scored his 36,000 NBA career point first NBA player that got to that point at that point. Big shout out to Kareem the Dream. Real bad man. Another real bad man out for the season. Kyrie Irving out for the rest of the season. Fully recover for next season. So we'll see him.
He already been out this whole damn season.
Yeah, so he was they were trying to bring him back, but then they say just sit out the rest of the season. The doctor probably saw something there, like, yeah, don't risk it. Don't risk it for the biscuit.
Or the team is like, yo, we just gonna call it quits and try this rebuild thing.
Mm-hmm. Baby. Right now we got Luka with the most points per game. Dominating.
Yeah.
He's carrying LeBron and the Lakers.
Fuck LeBron.
Tonight,
Yeah.
Boston also draw the first Nicaraguan player. Big shout out to the Eastern Latin American community. See, basketball, that's one thing, man. It's becoming more and more global as it should be, you know? It's reaching places.
Like dance hall.
Yeah, man. We just need these players from each of these different countries to just go back, start foundations, build basketball court. That's how you continue, you know? Invest. We talk about a little bit of cricket. Shout out to the West Indies cricket team. They're into the semi-finals of the T20 World Cup.
We need to draw a cricket player. One time, somebody.
Yeah, man. That's another gentleman's sports. Oh, shout out to the U.S. Olympic team, the hockey team, after 40 years, winning that hockey gold, the Winter Olympics, and also the women team. So they swept Canada in both the women and the men's final.
Oh,
So we might not get no more bacon. I don't know.
Oh wow.
A lot of us that used to plan, oh, we're gonna run north. They gonna be like, no. Because we kick their ass in hockey all year. I realize, in the Stanley Cup, they get beat by Buckland. Yeah.
This is a huge year for the USA in hockey.
Yeah.
Yep, Cleveland, man. Shout out Cleveland producing some athletes. Like, I wasn't familiar with their game. I'm realizing, man, they got some athletes out there winning gold medals and shit. Big shout out.
It's the first time that both the male and female hockey teams have won. It's the first time that the male hockey team has won for U.S. since 1980.
Long drought.
46 years.
Right, kid. 1980 to blood. decades ago. Some of those veterans, I know they happy to see that happen. Like, it's finally dinosaur.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, you know, I cap it now.
Yeah. Next
Also,
time.
shout out to the Jamaica bobsled team. You know, they finished in the top 20. Gotta keep going, keep going. Next Winter Olympics, maybe we finish top 10. Next one, we finish probably top 5, you know? Gotta keep going.
Yeah, you
Gotta
don't get
get some
much of
people on
snow
the
down
slope.
in Jamaica to practice with, huh?
Yeah, man, they need to improvise, get some fake snow, create like some type of motion somewhere.
I'm sure you could do it with water.
Or in the wood. Or they could improvise with those sprinters that they have. Because they have some fast sprinters. Tell them, you know, help out with the team because it's all about that first takeoff speed. You know, that's what's killing them. Shout out to the man and Whoopit bobsled team. They did their best, you know. They tried. Present Jamaica. Was a good Winter Olympics. Norway came away with most medals. USA finished in second. Then the next Olympics will be 2028,
Japan
which will
had a
be
good showing too.
the North American Olympics.
Japan had a good showing too.
And the Japanese Olympics was nice. We'll be moving it around a lot for the next couple of years. Like, see something in Dubai, I think, Qatar Olympics also. They're giving the people everywhere a glimpse of athletes, you know? What they should do with the Olympics is expand, put some more sports in it, and
What,
or put back some
pickleball?
of the sports they took away.
Who are you gonna put in pickleball?
They could put the UFC in there.
No.
You see Mayweather saying he coming out of retirement to fight Tyson.
Yeah,
I
I'm
can't take him
sorry.
serious, you know?
I can't take that seriously.
No. Even though it's happening because they inked the deal, but
It's just money.
why I can't take Mayweather serious? Because you want to come back and people to, you know, say, all right, you the champ, but you come back, he's still picking fights. You're not picking no one that's a contender right now in their prime. Like, come on.
That's all for the money.
Mm-hmm. That's all it is. But he's crazy if he's running out of money because you fought 50 fights plus exhibition fights after that. He coming back to get CTs and everything for what?
Yeah, but the thing of it is when he was getting that money, he was making it. But yeah, the managers took a lot.
I wouldn't advise. Well, I see what he doing.
But
You
you
want
can
to
blow
fight
through
slower
50
fights? They
million
should
really
create a
quick.
league. They should create a league then. Like, you see how Ice Cube created the big three for like retired legends? They should create like a boxing league. They should create a boxing league just like that.
Think Muhammad Ali would come out of retirement? Fuck no.
So I'm saying these cats are crazy. Like, what they got going on? Go train some other fighters if you miss the fight, the fight that much. Open up a couple of gyms. Or become a spar, you know what I mean? Like a sparring type of coach to where you hitting people. If you miss hitting people that much, bro.
We should talk about that one there. Michael Jordan.
Mm-hmm. Coming back and still scoring.
And racing.
Mm-hmm. He won again. After he won the Daytona 500, Tyler Reddick. Mm-hmm. That's a good driver right there. I've seen a couple of the last laps each time. I wish Lewis Hamilton would race NASCAR.
I'd really like to be over the Bangkok Grand Prix.
Gotta see it. Be like they circuits on like vacation, right? Been any Formula One race.
It's in Bangkok. It's on the streets.
It's just been NASCAR I've been seeing mostly. NASCAR circuit started off.
Yeah, I got a problem just watching a left-hand turn.
I'll catch you that last let me see, the last 100 lap or something like that. You can't sit there for that much laps. Yeah.
500 laps. It's like, no, you watch the first couple for the crashes, and then you watch the last for the win. No drink in between, right? That's what
Those
NASCAR
fans
is.
really love that sport, especially that loud of an arena.
You got 20 cars
Hey,
going by at 800 horsepower and straight pipes.
NASCAR, man. Shout out to NASCAR driver. Nice. Motorsport. That's it for this week on Everything Sports Tuesdays. Catch us right here 8:30 next week again. Catch us on Instagram, Everything Sports 24.